Fashion Dolls. It is Fierce Female Friday, July 19th, and welcome to an all-new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is no stranger to the Dollhouse. She's been on the show previously, and she's back today so that we can catch up. We got a lot we're going to be touching on in this hour in today's show. So I apologize about my tardiness, Fashion Dolls, and so does my girl. My girl, Chappelle Nicole, is here. Are y'all ready for some girl talk? We're going to be talking about a lot today. Mr. J.D. Vance, Netta, and a few other things. All right, Fashion Dolls. So without further ado, hi Nurse Chula. Share this live, y'all. We are getting ready to get into some girl talk. Catch up with my girl, actress, the beautiful Chappelle Nicole. All right. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me?
Hi, Stevie.
Hello. All right.
Can you hear me and see me okay?
Perfect. And I can see you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, too, for my tardiness. It's Friday. These phones, they act like they need their left leg falling off. Jesus. But, so I'm so sorry for my tardiness. It's me, not Stevie. I promise you it's me. But how you doing, Stevie girl?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. Better than I'm off the phone, Share. I'm A-okay now. I am A-okay now. I'm so happy to be back. There's lots to talk about. There's a lot going on in these streets. Hey, LaShonda. My friend LaShonda. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Yes. So where do I begin? Before we get into all the things, because I know you guys are ready for us to get into these topics and see what my girl Chappelle has been up to. How has everything been for you the last time? Because the last time you were here, you had some projects that were coming out. So how is the projects coming along?
So the projects are coming along well. The one that I wrapped up on when I spoke to you previously, for the Bitter Sugar, we wrapped that one up. We had the red carpet premiere. That was back in April. I don't have a release date now on it, but they said that they should be getting up to us soon because I guess one of the producers were out of town for a little while working on another project, so they waiting for them to come back, and then we should have a release date. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see it. As far as, well, I saw it already, but I can't wait for everybody else to see it. I think it's one of the best projects with this director that we've done yet.
So y'all have to stay tuned for that. All
Yes.
right.
Please do.
All right. So it's so much that has happened since the last time you were here. So
Yeah.
much that has happened in the news.
Oh.
Where do I begin? Okay, the RNC wrapped up
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. Yesterday was day 3 of the RNC,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to start with the black women first that were there.
Mm-hmm.
Azalea Banks, Amber Rose, who claims that she's not black. She's what? She's mixed. She's biracial. She's all of these
Mm-hmm.
things.
A
But
lot. Mm-hmm.
what you fail to realize is that our black president, President Obama,
Mm-hmm.
is biracial.
Right.
So where do you stand? It makes us look at these women like, what are you doing? These people are literally trying to revert history back to the way it
Oh,
was.
absolutely.
And I wanted to know your opinion on his pick. Now this is what his pick, J.D. Vance, said right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Newsweek. He says that he's accused the media of mischaracterizing his words. And Newsweek has rounded up exactly what he said. He sat up there and he said the women should stay in abusive marriages for the sake of the children.
Mm-hmm. Whew.
So Chappelle, you told your story here the last time, and we
Yeah.
touched on this with my other guest this week,
Mm-hmm.
Jemai Music. He lost his mom to domestic violence, and I sent him our interview, and he watched it
Mm-hmm.
for him, and he was like, "Wow, that's powerful for her to tell her story." So he watched you tell your story. I had no idea that she was going to tell it,
Yeah.
but our interview, my God, has
Yeah.
helped so many people.
Oh,
Our conversation has helped so many people.
Good.
So Chappelle, I wanted to thank you for that. I didn't even tell her to do it. She
Right.
just came out with it, and it just like boom, put it out
Yeah.
there. And that's what my platform is. My
Hmm.
platform is everybody tells their story. Again, when my guests come on, they're the pilots. I sit in the passenger seat, and then I go back to the pilot seat. But when they are telling their
Yeah.
stories, I get in the passenger side.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. It's when it comes to Amber Rose, I honestly feel like they're just using her as a pawn. When it comes to every election, they have to try to gear towards the women. Then they try to gear towards the African American community. Then they try to get geared towards the LGBTQ community and so on and so forth and everything. Honestly, because she was so embedded in the African American community, because that's how she got her platform. I'm sorry to say, but every stepping stone she's had has been connected to someone in the African American community in one way, shape, or form. And, she was a black woman or a mixed woman when it was convenient for her. But now that I'm pretty sure, I want to say allegedly, but I'm pretty sure they're making her pockets pretty big right now. Because they want to say, oh, okay, well, you are lighter, you've been in the black community, you have biracial children, you're in a relationship with Khalifa that was very, very public. The African American and the hip hop and R&B community knows you. So if we want to gear towards that group of people, because none of them, I don't want to say none, but majority of them ain't paying that side no mind. So they're like, we want to kind of reel some of those people in. So we're going to use you to try to convince them that it's more comfortable for them to join over there. And anybody, I mean, come on. Amber Rose is a bald headed mix of confusion. Ain't nobody got time to be following her. Like, it's absolutely just mind boggling that people would actually want to follow her. Now, as far as entertainment goes, she can give me a laugh, a little kiki, get a little joke off of her. But politics, like, baby, come on. Like, and then nobody's taking that seriously. And then when it comes to, like, this is even crazy that I'm saying these words. Try to convince a woman or make it mandatory that a woman cannot leave a abusive relationship
For the
if she's
sake
married,
of the children.
for the children. Like, and let's be honest, the children have no part in that, because let's be real. You trying to have them stay for the sake of the children, and then those next children, if God forbid something does happen in that relationship where that man does go over the edge and unalive himself and or her as well, then that child is left by itself. And this government that wants to implement this rule, I'm sure they're going to be less than helpful when it comes to providing for whatever that child may need, because now that both their parents are gone. So it's crazy how they want to implement all these laws. It's for the children. It's for the children. No, it's not, because we don't want to go into the government system of how many children are out there that you're not even helping. So let's be real right now. Like, come on, it's you're pro child with that, but then when the child's here, you like, oh well, that's your responsibility. That's your child. Come on. So it's like being in that relationship that I had been in, I would not ever advise any woman to stay in a relationship for the child, because you are putting not only your life in jeopardy but that child's life in jeopardy. No one knows how far someone will go. Now we know there's a few you like, all right, I'm gonna mess with you. You a little off. Like, I know you would do it, but then there's some that you will never know, and everybody's first reaction is, "Oh my God, him! I would have never thought it was da da da." Now everybody's confused and walking around with their eyes big. I can't believe this. Like, come on. We see it on the news so much with women losing their lives due to these type of situation, and kids losing their lives because of this situation. We see it in the news all the time. Parent or mom has unalived their children for whatever reason. And then you look at the backstory, and it was way more going on in that family, that if they were just apart living their lives and focus on that child, wouldn't have even been a factor. But again, there are some that's on that spectrum that we just know something ain't right with them, and that's definitely going to go left. But it's I'm when I tell you, every time somebody brings this conversation, I'm still shocked that we're even having this type of conversation in 2024. Like, are they being serious right now? Like, come on. Like, the only reason I was able to get the courage to get out of that was for my child. That was it. That was all, because I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, you do the thing where you see all the time signs, but you're trying to make it work because you want your child to grow up in a family and you want both parents to be there and you want this and you want that. But baby, that's not the reality of what it is. You can want it all day, but that's not the reality of what you're in. So you got to look at the bigger picture, and that last final moment of me laying on the ground and not being able to move, speak, feel, and thinking, okay, I'm about to be unalive right here on the floor, and my child is on the bed right next to me, and who's going to take care of this baby? Who's going to? Luckily, my God and Savior, thank you God, got me out of it, and I was able to get out of it safely. But not a lot of people do. Not only women, but men. Not a lot of people do, and that goes from everyone across the spectrum. So it's asinine and just diabolical that they're really trying to implement a rule like that. Like, it makes no sense until someone in their family has to live that. Then that's when they want rules to be changed and policies to be put in place, and when it touches home. But half the people that's in the political field, I hate to say it, but they are the people that we're talking about. Some of them are doing these things to their wife, loved one, significant other, so on and so forth. So they don't really care about it because it benefits them. They don't want to have to do alimony or child support or whatever the case may be, and it keeps their pockets fat too. It's just one big rat race to keep filling up the pockets that are already overflowing. If you ask me, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Mm-mm.
And also in interviews, he said that divorce generally means that it stems from a violent marriage, is harmful to children. In that vein, he has consistently argued against the idea that divorce is a satisfactory solution to unhappy marriages. These men want power. They've already overturned Roe versus Wade.
Mm-hmm.
You've stripped away a woman's rights to her body.
Yep.
You've stripped away queer people's rights.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have Trump. He's already packed the courts with, I think, 6 of his flunkies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 6-3. They are making it difficult for everything to get done that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only 3 Dems, and the rest are a part of the Trump administration.
Mm-hmm.
That when he was in presidency in the White House, especially Justice Clarence Thomas. Let's talk about these blacks out here that's talking about, we talked about Amber Rose. Let's talk about these blacks out here that are tap dancing for Trump. And we've seen a lot of that at the RNC, especially the preacher that had the, was it a preacher or a bishop or something?
I think it
that had an
was.
What is you doing? I need y'all right now to go and check out Feminista Jones right here on the gram. She broke it down effortlessly.
Mm-hmm.
I said in the comments, where's the meme? Everybody was going in on him, and it was all black people.
Right.
I said, where's the meme of Samuel Jackson when you need it? Because at this point, this is what y'all are doing.
Listen,
y'all continuing the tap dance.
I've tried to look at every angle that I could possibly think of that could make sense of it, and I cannot make sense of it. It's absolutely, I don't even have a word for it. Like, it's everybody they getting on my nerves with this. Oh, well, Trump took care of us. We had money during the pandemic and so on, and he took. First of all,
we'll get to you in a minute. I got something for you.
Let's just be clear and let's be real straightforward. Trump ain't do nothing for that pandemic. Let's be clear. There was a pandemic and the government itself took care of it. That was going to happen regardless who was in office. People are not understanding that it was a national, matter of fact, worldwide pandemic. So again, no matter who was in presidency at that time, you were going to qualify for whatever they had in place for when a pandemic or outbreak starts. It's as simple as that. Trump ain't make up nothing. The only thing is it was now, because coronavirus, people don't understand, coronavirus has been around for forever. Let's start there. It just now started to evolve into the human body, but it's always been in animals. Okay, always. They've had the coronavirus and stuff like that for animals for years. So isn't anything new. It's just in the human body now. But again, Trump ain't did nothing. He just took all the accolades for that happened. But again, if he would have done what he was supposed to do at the beginning of the pandemic and nipping it in the bud from word go, I honestly, now this is just my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, y'all. I'm sorry. You may not agree. That's okay. That's between you and your God. But I don't believe it would have gotten as far as it did. Now, what lives have been lost? Absolutely. It comes with the territory. Rest in peace to everyone who lost their life and
Hundreds
condolences
and
to all the
millions,
families, who
thousands of
lost
people.
someone. But I don't believe the numbers would have been as high if it was taken care of when it was supposed to be taken care of.
And he was feckless with it. I mean, girl, when I tell you that man sat on that news, on that podium and said, we need to inject ourselves with bleach. That was enough for me right there. He was feckless in handling the situation, not wanting to listen to the doctors, giving people misinformation, disinformation. More would have passed under Biden. But look where we are now.
But
Look how it's
here's my
under control
thing.
now.
Y'all trying to say that, but that's just speculation. How are you to know that? We're going off of what happened and how it was handled at the beginning, which resulted at the end. We can sit here and talk about what could have happened, what could have been a possibility to happen, but it didn't. Biden wasn't in office. Cheeto was.
Yes, the archdemon himself.
That's the fact
And
of what happened, and it was not handled accordingly. Even some of that came from the White House, that it was not handled accordingly.
Going on every other failure Biden has. Now, you know I'm going, yeah. Let me tell you something about
every
Biden.
president has had a failure. Every president has had a failure, because you forget that there's Congress, there's the president, there's so many entities within that ball game. 100% is not up to the president. Y'all do know that, right? Things have to get passed.
And every president hasn't had 34 charges against them neither.
Hello.
So let's talk about that.
Let's
really
get
talk
a driver's license. You can't travel the world. You can't hold down a job if you're a felon, but you can be president. Come on, if you talking to me, it gotta make sense.
So when have things ever been great when he was in office? Netta, I'm gonna get on you because you sitting up here telling people, and your supporters are black women. Jaguar Evermore posted you, and when I seen that, I just couldn't believe that. She says, Netta says that I'm gonna vote for Trump. Oh, I'm gonna vote for Trump. You do know that Trump doesn't like black and queer people. He does not.
But then there's a level of people who are very either knowledgeable in politics and how it works, people who are trying to learn, people who are open, and then there's just ignorant folks. I don't care what nobody say, ignorant is ignorant. Netta is ignorant as clear. And that's what happens when people try to overstep what they're qualified for. Now, when Netta hit the platform, Netta was good with Charles, your lunch is ready. Let's get a little kiki. I'm here to keep it cool. No, she put more dip on her chick than what she was able to handle. And now that people are able to see her real life, baby, you're not built for this world. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, you have the numbers. Yes, you have the platform. You have all of that. But a lot of people people are willing to stay and watch a car crash than to watch a graduation. Baby, if them folks ain't, you don't get me wrong, you have a lot of supporters. They just as ignorant as you. I had no way of judging who you are when you stuck to the script. Child, your lunch is ready. Here's your lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, and snack. We didn't know who you were as a person. But now, the more you talk, the more you try to do, and the more you try to be more famous than what you already are, you're showing your true colors. Now, I sat there and watched you sit there talk about, oh, yeah, I'm trying to say I'm trying to be a black woman. I don't want to be a black woman. If anything, I'm going to
I
try to
believe
be
that
like a
white
white
women
woman
are
because they're
smarter.
smarter. And said that with your whole lump of chest.
I'm not saying Trump didn't have an arrogance. An arrogance is it's beyond an arrogance, Mikey. But let's keep it 100. Most of the world was better in check prior to Biden. Listen, Biden got things under control. Trump didn't do nothing but let things build up and fester. Now, to these people out here, Sexy Red, that goes for you too, talking about Trump gave people the checks, he gave people the money. This fool did not release the checks unless his name was on the back of it.
Hello.
It was the Democrats and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi who made sure that the American people got some relief during the pandemic. So I don't know where y'all getting that information from. So that is fact-checked and debunked here on my talk show and my in real time. CNN also debunked it as well too. That's not true. So to all the black people that are out here saying that Trump gave us something, oh, he gave us something, smoke and mirrors. But also remember this, the same man that y'all are caping for, called blacks lazy, had a casino and said basically get the blacks off the floor in 1991. Trump has a history that dates all the way back to 1973 with racism.
Yes, he didn't even want people, the black people in his casinos, to count his money. He didn't want them to even give finance because he didn't want them to touch their money. But again, with that whole money situation with Trump, Trump didn't give us nothing. That is called a policy when it comes to pandemics for the United States and worldwide. Google is your friend. There have already been policies in place for when stuff like that happens. You can research people. You just think you sound stupid. You look as dumb as a toupee.
Oh, and that's another thing. Didn't he take a nap during the RNC speech? We caught that from Joy Reid.
This man is a joke. He is a joke. Again, he has none of the political training. None of that. What he had was money. What he had was money.
And power.
There you go. That money equals that power. That's how he became president. He fought his way through. And some of the people that are on the chairs and things like that along Congress were also very close friends of his because guess what? He had money. He was also around the African American community. That's why he was in an episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He had money. He was part of that community, and that community got him up. My thing is, give me somebody who has the knowledge. This is what they're about. They have education behind it, and not, oh, I got money and I like politics. Let's make it. What? Let's be for the same man who said he sleep with his daughter. But I ain't gonna go there.
But God bless. No, he was closing his eyes for prayer. No, that wasn't prayer. He was falling asleep. Joy Reid caught him. Let's go back to Netta's comment about black women not being intelligent. Bachelor's degrees. It says that black women earn 64.1% of bachelor's degrees, which is 2/3 overall of bachelor's degrees earned by African Americans. Another one is master's degrees. Black women earn 71.5% of master's degrees.
Hello.
So what the hell are you talking about, Netta? And black women are your key supporters. So by you wanting to endorse Trump,
baby, that's that
basically
insecurity. That's 100% insecurity. It's ignorance along with insecurity. For you to be a chocolate African American person in the South, to sit there and say that African American women are not smart, white women are smart. Hello? and then want to backpedal and peacock all through the internet talking about, oh no, African American women, they are so beautiful. I love them. I hang around them. That's just like somebody saying, oh, I have a black friend. Shut up. Because you also said in that same statement when you didn't want to be black women or a black woman, because you want to be a black woman, that, oh, I don't want to be black women. You know how ignorant I got black women around me. I can talk some stuff about them. And I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So don't sit here and talk about how much beautiful and the smartest and amazing and some of your friends are black women and you want to hang around them, child, please. You have no other choice because you live in the South and you live in a trailer park. Yes, you own it. Kudos to you. But just like you said, your whole family is in that trailer park with you. So I'm not surprised of the ignorance that's spewing out your throat. It's crazy. And live where you live. You got a roof over your head. You're safe. You look like you got food in that refrigerator. Somewhat livable. But baby, stop. Stop. Your number one supporters are those black women that you're trying to backpedal and peacock on right now. Now that you lost some followers and getting a lot of hate. Like, stop.
And another thing, Netta, 6-year graduation rates. In 2016, 44% of black women attended 4-year institutions, graduating in 6 years, compared to 58% of Hispanic women, 67% of white women, and 77% of Asian Pacific women. Let me tell you something. Black women are the highest in this country in the education field and department. So for you to get up there and make a comment like that and spit in the faces of black women when they are your key supporters, and it was Jaguar Evermore that posted it first, and the Gay Magazine posted it just now today, and I posted to my stories. I caught that. Netta, you're in Alabama. I'm in South Carolina. We know that it's internalized racism and homophobia, queerphobia down here, deep down in the South. I can't tell y'all how many times my mama done got into it with the white people because they wanted their power and their privilege.
Right. It's the audacity and privilege for me. Listen, I'm happy to be a black woman, Lord, but if one of these lifetimes come back as a Caucasian white male just to see how that shit is. Like, how does it feel to have all that power and I even if just to feel that, because that has to be, you have to feel just eternal. Like there's nobody can tell you because again, that's why I understand if you are a Caucasian male or especially a Caucasian woman, I don't understand how you not winning in life. I don't understand. I understand people are born under certain circumstances, but baby, you got to start like no other, and you just don't realize how far you can get ahead just because you wake up and that's it. And that's not my opinion. That's life. That's in history books. That's in the news. This is not my personal feelings. That's what it is, and it might ruffle a few feathers, but that's life, honey. I'm not here to make you comfortable. My name ain't Steely Apostle Peter. So that's what it is. But it's some of the stuff is just plain old laughable. Like some of the stuff I want to get angry, I want to get outraged, I want to go protest, and it's just like, I think, are you serious? Like this is really our reality. Like I'm not gonna wake up in some dream and I'm back in '97, back at high school, and this is all just some messed up dreams that I've been living through for the first years of this life. It's crazy. We are literally going back in time. They're slowly trying to disappearing of the African American history in schools. Now they're trying to make
Banning books.
made them with the commandments on the wall. Like what? You trying to get rid of the African American curriculum from elementary school, middle school, and college, high school, all of that. Take it out of the curriculum. Period. Like, what? You trying to backpedal, turn it back to what it was, and make it, and then disappear what's already happened. Make that go away. This, and then Project 2025.
You want to gut Medicare. You want to gut Medicaid. You want to punish women. They were literally talking about locking up women who have abortions. This is reality now. This is real. We can't make this stuff up, y'all. And as far as Trump, oh, he's trying to distance himself further away from this thing. I don't know about Project, but how come is it that your secretary that you've elected for, if you get elected again as president, has ties to the Heritage Foundation? Why is that?
His hand is in the pot in every part of that kitchen. And he can't tell me, like, you're not gonna pee on me and tell me it's right. That's what you're not gonna do. But again, he says that, then it goes into the newspaper, the news, and they write down facts. But oh my God, let's be serious. His name is all up into that. Personal associates, people he has personally hired just for that reason. It's a lot of women get abortion. But again, that doesn't affect them because they have the money and the resources. Even with it being illegal, if him or somebody in his family needs it done, they're gonna get it done. They're gonna get it done. But we just everybody just look, that is absolutely insane. And again, you want to do all this outrage about keeping the baby here, but then as soon as the baby is here, there's a problem with resources, assistance, housing, food is through the roof. I over $1K a month on food alone, compared to my own receipts, which was half of that in 1 month. It's crazy. It's whew. Again.
And inflation. Another thing is inflation. And to the gentleman in the comments that were talking about, oh well, things were not so great when Biden got in office either. Let me tell you something. Things wasn't great under Trump either.
Hello.
Trump didn't want to do nothing to help the people.
Hello.
He didn't want to release nothing until his name was on the back of those checks.
No.
It's an ego thing for him. You saw how they had the background of the White House at the RNC convention behind him. They had his name in lights when he came out on stage. It's an ego thing for him. This man is a dangerous narcissist.
Oh,
who is
absolutely. It goes back to presidential and Congress. Trump had a lot of people in his pocket and government before he even thought about being in the office. He already had a lot of people in his pocket. So when they say, oh, well, Trump did this and Trump did that and Biden did this, stop forgetting that the president isn't the end-all, be-all when it comes to making decisions for this country. What the president can do is put in a request for this, almost like when you go to see your doctor, because I'm in healthcare. When you go to the doctor, you tell that doctor the problem that I'm having in my body. That doctor says, okay, I'm going to suggest X, Y, and Z for your care so we can get you better. That doctor puts a request into the insurance company. That insurance company then goes through your file and they determine whether you are qualified to go with what the doctor is saying or you're not qualified to go with what the doctor is saying. That's why they have something called a claims department and approvals and denials. So if the doctor puts that request in and it's approved, great. It goes through, you're covered, and you're good stuff. If it's denied, no matter what that doctor said, your insurance is not going to cover that problem. And comparing this to the government, you can tell the president all day long what they're going to do. They can tell you all day long what their plans are and what they're going to do. But they have to get that to pass through Congress. And other levels of government have to yes or no that request for decision. If the president puts that request in and they deny it, it don't go through. If they approve it, obviously it goes through. When Obama was in office, he had every single odd against him. Every single odd against him. They tried to throw so many daggers at that man. But that man, that's my president, he still holds his head up high with so much class, grace, and respect because that's what he requested. That's what he shows, not only his life, but the people. There were so many policies that that man wanted to put in place. And guess who wasn't passed? And then after him, here comes Trump. There were so many rules that Trump wanted to put in place that he got passed. Even where they was kicking out a lot of things that Obama put into place because Trump already had people in his pocket from before go. And then once Trump is gone, now Biden, who's also an extension of Obama, let's not forget that he was the vice president. Now he's in office and he has some things the same that Obama was trying to do and against what Trump was. And guess what? We're having so many issues. So many issues getting things approved or accepted or passed. Things are getting reversed. Roe versus Wade. All that stuff is getting reversed because again, those people that were in the pocket, they're still there. They're still there, and they're waiting to get Trump back. This man literally trying to pass a policy that presidents will be exempt for any and all wrongdoings they ever do while in office. So that's means that man can go out and commit murder, and he is exempt for any and all punishment because he's a president. Are you kidding me? And that's just so.
That's a dictatorship. That's a dictatorship. That is a dictatorship. That is fascism. And if I don't know what else is, I don't know what to tell you. Because that's what that is. That's dictatorship. His first 180 days when he gets in that White House, he is going to cause corruption and destruction. More than what he already has when he was supposed to be leaving the White House. We've seen the outcome January 6th. And now this incident that happened to him just recently, he's going to milk this thing. And now his supporters are wearing Band-Aids over the ear. I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me.
Blind support. The ears and blindly support because, and I'm not saying he doesn't have people that support him that are educated, but a lot of them are just followers. We just following. Blindly and ignorantly just following. But what can you do when it comes to that? You can't do anything. And a lot of people say, oh, I'm not going to vote. It ain't going to be no. Please vote. And if you have children that are over the age of 18 this year, please have them vote too. Again, we could possibly lose regardless of who's in the office. Because at the end of the day, no matter who's in there, that president going back, they're going to do as much as they can do, and they're going to do a little bit for like any president except for Obama. But I'm pretty, but it wasn't idiotic at one point. But it's just we're not going to win one. But I still rather win on the less losing side than the lose side.
Because the last thing we need is him back in the White House. What? And to the people out here saying Biden needs to drop out, do you know what's going to happen if he drops out? They're going to have to find another candidate. And I know we got a black woman as vice president, but is America really ready for a woman to be president? And there are women who are presidents in other countries.
Yeah. No, they're not. This is a man's world. I don't feel like they would ever do that within my lifetime. Now, everything is possible because we never thought we'd ever see a black president. But I don't want to say it's not 100% out of the equation, but I honestly don't think it's my lifetime because these folks ain't ready. I would be happy.
Patriarchy.
I would, but
I
it's
would too.
it's too much. Like they said with the black and white community, they're saying that eventually, while when I'm dead and gone, a lot of the population are going to be mulatto. You know, so that just may be further down the line because our races are mixing more now than ever was before. And slowly but surely, they're saying that the Caucasian race is slowly dying. And American race, we're not as fast as dying, but we are. But not necessarily dying, but disappearing because there's more connecting of black and white races, black and Asian races. Black. It's not just black like it was anymore, where it's not a lot of us. We're starting to get a mix of everybody. United Nations, I think it's just going to be a world, especially the U.S., of just everybody mixed eventually. I honestly see that. So I think around that time, which I'm sure I'll be way long gone, I can see it happening. But I don't think it in my lifetime,
No time
my
soon.
children's lifetime.
Because America is deeply rooted in
Yeah.
patriarchy and misogyny. And people can't get out that mindset. They would prefer a male president than a woman president. Let me read TPH's comment. Hi, it's a shame we have reached this point. It is imperative that we, the people, become as sophisticated as political strategies as our opponents.
Yeah.
Absolutely, more than ever. And as Chappelle stated, get out and vote. So to the people out here talking about, oh, well, I don't think I'm a vote. Don't, Charlemagne, Cardi, this is not the time. A lot is at stake right now. Kerry Washington said it. Taraji P. Henson warned y'all how dangerous this thing was at the BET Awards. She said this is serious. They are trying to take away your rights. If you black, they already banning books in the school. They want to teach religion in the schools to the kids, and I believe that everybody's religious beliefs should be their own. You shouldn't have to force someone to learn about it if they don't want to, because everybody's cultural background and religion is different. God didn't want us all to be the same. What we don't know will not only hurt us, but it will unalive us. Absolutely. And what did I say about black people being educated? The most dangerous person in the world is an educated black person, because we know so much.
And you know how that old saying goes, and it's sad to say it about our community, but if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in the book. You know how many people that I know personally who refuse to read unless it has something to do with some mess or somebody going back and forth on social media. I ask them, hey, do you like to read? I don't read. You don't read journal, you don't read nothing, no books, no. And it's crazy that social media and especially electronics have gotten out of control, that people didn't want books. When I was growing up, my entertainment was books. My entertainment was books. Even then, when you were in school, you had to do a project, a report, or homework. You had to open up a book. Google couldn't help me with nothing. Who was Google? So you had to open up a book. You had to read. Let's not forget, at one point in time, it was illegal and dangerous for us to even know how to read.
They didn't want us to read or write during the slavery era. They didn't want us to know these things.
So I try to instill it, especially my friends and my kids. If you saw my book collection, you'd be like, okay, this girl's not playing. Like, when I got so many books, even when I relocated to Georgia, I had to give a lot of them away because they were way too heavy to ship without costing me an arm and a leg. So I just said, I'll replace all them. But when I tell you, when I'm able to get my hands on a good book, I'm reading. And some of the youth now, they may not be reading as much as possible, but one thing social media has done for them is that open up the space for them to learn off of one another, because there are kids who are still down for reading. And those kids put on TikTok or Instagram what they read and about laws and things about history and things like that.
Yeah.
And the kids are watching it through social media, which is amazing. And that's one thing I know about it now. It's a lot faster a lot easier to gain knowledge and understanding of those policies, of those laws, of those politicians. You can go research them, but people won't take the time. But thank God there are some people who will take the time, and they'll be like on TikTok, like, "Oh, y'all heard about this? Let me tell y'all what they about to do." And I love those people. Thank you, because these some they won't read, but they'll definitely listen. They'll watch a video. So even in YouTube and stuff, there's videos of people. All you gotta do is listen. You don't have to read. Educate yourself. If you don't know politics, you don't understand it. Baby, I wish stuff was around. I had to deal with the encyclopedia. Okay, it's at your fingertips. Everybody's now walking around with a computer in their pocket. Educate yourself. Just educate yourself. Don't go by what you hear. Research it yourself. Go by that. But voting, like they used to have. I don't want to mention the PD who's dealing with all that domestic stuff. But even when he had that vote or ties they used to have, they need to bring that back. They need to bring that back. It was everywhere. That got people out to vote. That was during the Obama time when he was trying to get him in there. They vote or yeah, fill in the blank. 3 left. Let's get it together,
Listen,
y'all. Only we can do it. We got kids.
this
We gotta look out for them. Our grandkids. Do it for them. You're not doing it for yourself. Do it for them. Woo.
and not just that, but Taraji said, if y'all don't know about Project 2025, as Chappelle mentioned in the mid part of this conversation, you need to go and look that documentary
Please.
up. It is terrifying. It is
Oh my God.
922 pages.
Take the time. If you don't want to read it, they have apps that you can download to your phone. All you have to do is upload the document to the app. It will read it out loud for you. I don't know the app. Sorry, but I'm letting you know it's there. It's a long document, but if you have Kindle or like I have the books where I can read and I can listen to it, you know what I mean? If you can listen to it, you don't have to read books, you can listen. So please look up Project 2025. You don't do nothing. That affects everybody. Everybody. I don't care who you decide to lay down with. I don't care who what your pronouns are. That affects everybody. Especially if
You too, Amber Rose and Byron Donalds and Azalea Banks and who else? Everybody else. They don't care how rich you are. If you famous, you're gonna be affected by it too. So Amber Rose, for you to get up on that stage with that, what homegirl said in Congress, Jasmine Crockett with the bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. Marjorie, you got it there, and I gathered you in my stories a few minutes ago. Let me tell you something. This is not the time right now for the foolishness and shenanigans.
No.
You got in there, and we knew what you meant because black women, as you can see, we both are wearing eyelashes, but we knew what you alluded to. That it was deeply rooted in racism.
Baby, my head was like, I was ready for. I said, who's she talking to? Baby, what? That's why I said, listen, everybody has their section that they're blessed to be educated in. Baby, I couldn't do no politics. They would cut. We got to get up out of here. We got to end this. Baby, I would have been ready to flip tables and move some furniture. Right? Who are you talking to? And you do this in front of all of our peers? And that was such a racial statement. That was such a racial statement. Oh, they just her eyelash. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Teach yourself them lies, but baby.
And she's another one. She's dangerous. She's out here calling for violence for people who don't vote for Trump. Let me tell you something, Miss Marjorie. That stuff might have worked in your time, but it's not working right now.
Hello.
See, just like you talking about carrying and stuff like that, black people can carry too. And we got the right to defend ourselves as well too. Our lives are in danger too. So for you to get up there and make a comment like that to Jasmine, she gathered you. When she said to that man, she turned to that man, she said, well, how would he like it if I said, or how would you like it if I said, if I called her a beach blonde, bad built, butch body?
Baby, they want
And he was
to
like, a
repeat that. He
what?
was like, wait a minute, what you said? Like, what? Oh, we're not going to repeat that. Oh, you don't want to repeat that, huh? You
My
heard what he said,
eyelashes.
baby. Ate and left no crumbs. Oh, I love that. I watched that video. I don't know how many times. I was so proud. I was so proud.
And then no, it should be order in the court now. You talking about you call an order. No, it should be no order. It wasn't no order when she said what she said.
He said what
Marjorie.
she said. That's great. That even that. My thing is that's a prime example. Look at that. That's going on in politics. He let her slip show. Baby, you let us know within 5 seconds what you really feel about it. And now, not only is that confined to like little passively aggressive office space, but now the world is able to hear and see you for who you really are. Thank you. Keep letting those little outbursts show. Now we know, okay, yeah, because once somebody could have probably thought you was halfway decent, but you let your slip show. Thank you. Now let it hit the flow. So we can go ahead and gather that. We see you for who you are immediately. Like, what?
And Tim Scott and Nikki Haley down here from my state of South Carolina, y'all were also at the RNC as well too. And Nikki, you was just like, well, I don't know nothing. You don't know anything about Donald Trump, and you was just talking about how he had people in 8 million in debt. Not too long, but there's a whole video of you out here. So now y'all are starting to kiss Trump's ass. That's what we're doing now.
Well, I'm sure he's fattening in those pockets. There's nobody that can tell me otherwise that they not so. If you ain't getting on the front end, oh, best believe something happened on the back. But something happened. And whether
I
it's
told Feminist
financial
Jones that.
or reach or opportunity or something, you can't. Something got to be coming on because like either you're just really that ignorant or you getting something out of this deal. It's one of the two. There's no in between. One of the two.
They have now become the mouthpieces of white supremacy, and they're talking about making America great again. Let me tell you something. This America does not include people that look like me, Chappelle, and the other blacks, because the blacks are lazy. And another thing, he said that we need to do our black jobs. We're doing our black jobs right now, Trump, and we are holding your ass accountable. That's our black job. And Joe Biden had an amazing response. He said, the black jobs. Guess who got a black job in the White House now? Our vice president. That's a black job. I loved it so much.
Classic. That's one of the history books. But what is a black job, baby? Have you been seeing the list that people been making of all the black jobs? Oh my God! When I tell you, it was so hilarious. And then they put on there, oh, to be actors. When I tell you, see, I feel out, I laugh so loud. It's crazy that, especially when it comes to black people, that's one of our coping and surviving mechanisms is turning everything into a joke or being able to laugh about it. A lot of stuff happens again. You have no other choice but to laugh. It's like, what the entire is going on? Like, this can't be real life. But again, I'm black. I'm used to crazy stuff like that. So yeah, that we're gonna make a joke out of. Here's this for all the black jobs. You do lashes, you do a tube reactor, you work in Foot Locker, you work like it's so crazy. It's like you can't do nothing but laugh. But again, you showed your slip. I love when they show they slip and they be so like, what? Like, what did I say? You are so detached that you really don't understand what you just said. Keep talking. Keep talking.
And they know that it's textbook racism. They know exactly it's textbook racism. We knew what you meant by black jobs.
Immediately.
We know exactly what you meant by that.
Immediately. Oh my God. Stuff they've been putting on black jobs. And then they said to us, from Hispanic and the Hispanics is making videos about trying to take the black jobs. About this one dude made a video about, I think it was like in front of Home Depot. It was so funny. and he saw a barber shop, so he was going to go try to sneak in a barber. Talking about, I'm about to take the black job. When I tell you, it's like you gotta have some form of relief when it comes to comedy and dark humor. I'm big on dark humor. I like art, but I can turn anything funny. But you have to just laugh at some of this. Note of what's happening, but you can't do nothing but laugh because it's like this is so crazy. Like I can't
We can't make this stuff up.
make
These are
it
things that this man has said on this stage. When he said black jobs, Joy Reid, because I follow her, she was the first to post it. And she said, I'm doing my black job. It was her. She was getting her makeup touched up to get ready to do the news. And she says, I'm doing my black job. And then everybody on TikTok just started doing it. Like, yeah, we're doing our black jobs.
Oh my God,
it was
so funny. It was so funny. Because like, again, what you gonna do? He do nothing but laugh. It's like crazy.
It's textbook racism. This man is a racist. Marjorie is racist. The majority of the Republican Party is now the Trump Party. It is the party of Trumpism.
Oh yeah. But again,
they are loyal to him.
He had them in their pocket from the get-go. Again, he was wealthy, so he was partying with these politicians. He was friends with these politicians. Again, this man, every time somebody wanted to record a movie or shoot a movie in his casino, his properties, you know what his one demand was? He had to be part of the project. So that's why you see him in certain movies. And that's why you see him on the Fresh Bel-Air and things like that. Because he knew somebody, okay, you're using my casino, I want to walk through it. Using one of my properties, I want to be your neighbor. It's something within that nature. He had everybody in his pocket. He always had. That's how he was able to file bankruptcy. God, how many times that nigga filed bankruptcy? I lost track. And the endless amount of businesses that failed and all that, and he able to get it right back with the
Trump University and Trump Modeling Agency. All of this stuff turned out to be a sham.
All of it. But again, all he got to do is, because he had the money and the resources, is make a call. Just make a call. So again, listen, it's the entitlement.
And we got to get it together. So Netta, you can't be out here encouraging people to vote for this man. This man is going to take away your rights. You in Alabama, and you got what is it? Tommy Tuberville. He's in one of these states: Mississippi, Alabama, and South Carolina. There is deep-rooted racism down here. You don't see it. It's hidden under the surface. Like I said, my mom, I can count on the back of my hand how many times my mama done got into it with white people.
More than sure. And just be quiet. Stick to what people started to love you with. Now people are starting to stick to what you know. Charles, your lunch is ready. Here's what I made today. You may be able to, maybe vlog going to the grocery store, make that part of your. But opening up your personal life and talking politics, maybe that's not your game. Stay out of it. If that's how you feel, shut up about it. Because you're ignorant, you're skewed.
And it's dangerous. It is extremely dangerous. And Sexy Red, she got up there on that podcast talking about Trump did this. He bought, he gave people some money. He didn't give people no money. And I'm going to say it again. He wanted his name on the back of those checks. And what's so crazy is his sister came out and exposed him and said he didn't graduate college all the way. Basically paid his way through it. His sister aired him out because his niece wrote that book, Mary Trump. If y'all haven't read it, y'all need to go read that book. If anybody knows you better, it's your family. And when I tell you she aired everything out, every single interview, I believe this man is a narcissist.
I believe that
he's dangerous.
The same man who said he would sleep with his daughter. So
you can't make this stuff up.
I put nothing but quiet. It's what you know. Just shut up. Yeah.
you was doing fine, and you know Craig and T.S. Madison. Craig is gonna be on you, baby.
Oh,
I
baby,
can't help you.
I
That
listen to David
Madison,
talk all the time. For those who don't know, he HAG. Okay, yeah. If you ain't
yes,
watching it, I don't care what your pronouns are, what color you are, you're gonna enjoy that. Okay,
Craig is
I
gonna
love.
be on you.
I
Craig is
love.
gonna be on you, baby.
What?
And Madison just gonna sit there. Madison's face takes me out every time he talks. He goes in on that. I'm just like, oh my god. She gets up and leaves the table. She leaves the room.
But she
But listen,
said she made a post saying she wasn't talking about him no more. She wasn't talking about him no more.
well, you know Craig is not letting up. He did it on his channel.
Yep.
He did it on his channel. He's not letting up. But Netta, you can't be out here doing that. I was just out here defending you, talking about colorism and desirability, which I still will. But I can't stand with you on this, my love. Trump don't like us. He don't like black people.
What?
He called us lazy, in fact.
Baby,
He said we
put
prefer
like
a
this.
man with yarmulke to count his money.
If you start walking up on Trump right now trying to, baby, you better have several armed weapons pointed at you if he don't like you or nobody that looks like
Only way you can get access to him is if you pulled what Kanye West pulled when he came in that office when it was him and Jim Brown. That's the only way you will get access to that man. And I seen one of the workers, the black workers, tried to shake his hand. He walked right past him. This man don't like black people.
when he wants. Oh, just uh,
They say it out loud, as Chappelle said. They are out loud with their racism. They don't care about us.
oh,
They don't.
oh,
Especially
it is what it
Marjorie. You
is.
know Marjorie gonna have something to say. She always stay in the news because she done said something dumb. But what I love is that you have black women in Congress, like Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who gathered her with those 6 B letters, all right there.
Hello, he needed it.
Listen, black women not playing in Congress. You got Ayanna Pressley, you got Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is a part of the Biden administration.
Right.
She was appointed and sworn in by Kamala Harris, our first black female vice president. That's never happened for an African American woman to
Yeah.
become vice president. Why? What doesn't make quality? Because I'm seeing conversations about, oh, and then y'all are doing racism. Y'all are saying, well, she's trying to do this with critical race theory and this, that, and the third and the other. Kamala's a black woman.
Hello. Hello. Somebody.
And y'all trying to whitewash it. As Chappelle said in the beginning, y'all want to take it out of schools. Y'all want to whitewash it. And as TPH said in the comments, the library is your sanctuary.
Hello.
So go out here and get these books. Black history figures, black businesses. I try to share a little information on my page here and there so that y'all understand. Listen, they not playing. They done already started putting up scriptures and by the commandments in classrooms. That's what they're trying to do.
They are. They are. Now, when I was living in Chicago as a child, we used to set up one of those requirements to not say the allegiance, but the African American our place. So we would sit there and do that, but they weren't throwing Bible scripture down our throat. That so y'all respect any other religion that may be their children. Now they going, okay, I'm Muslim, but to abide by the rules that the law here. Like leave that out now. On the different religions, so be it. But to stick it to just Christian, especially on the wall and the commandments, that's a little excessive. That's a little excessive. Yeah, but y'all want to take out Black history though. Okay, that's facts.
They want us to forget about it. They want us to forget about slavery. They want us to forget about what happened January 6th. They want us to basically forget about it. And that's what one of the sons, Eric, said. Maybe we just now, with my dad being injured, we can forget about it. No, we no. We not going to forget about January 6th. I will never forget that. I was doing a show that day. And I remember I had Nico Love on the show. And he was showing me in real time. He was watching it. We were watching it real time when y'all went up there and scaled the wall. Now you would have let this been some black people.
Baby, first of all, soon as somebody's leg would have reached around the top of that,
Hello?
the top, It wouldn't have been no raid. Excuse me, baby, please.
And you got in House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office. Y'all went in there, putting your feet up on the desk, pulling the flags down.
They were
7 people lost their
urinating,
lives.
defecating in offices on top of their desks, busting up their computers. They chased one of the black security guards. There's a video on there. They chased this man through the building. Chased this man through the. There's ain't no way they would have had Secret Service. They would have had tanks, everything outside. We would have been dust. We baby, it wouldn't have been nothing to talk about. All of it. Fox 5 News. African Americans tried to scale the wall at the. What? It would have been a try. That's it.
And of course, the case gets tossed out. If a black man is pulled over by police in the country, this is what'll happen if he gets in office. Also,
yeah.
The Department of Justice won't look into the case. They will never know about it. They'll never know about it. They want to keep racism hidden. They just want to make it go away. No. To all of the trauma 400 years that y'all have caused us in this country, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this story too, Chappelle, where the people were trying to go for reparations.
Yes.
In one of the states, and the judge overturned it, denied them.
Yep. And you were reading my mind, see, because I was just thinking about that. I'm thinking about Black Wall Street when they knocked that down. Let's not even talk about the African American communities that are underwater now. Do you know how many there are in the country? African American communities are now lakes. They're now lakes and ponds. Are you kidding me? They didn't even try to knock the buildings down. They created like you would typically create one now, knock down everything there. No, they just flooded. You got whole towns underwater. That it's let's not even talk about the sundown towns that still exist. Let's be for real. Like, woo, child.
We had black businesses. The first black businesses. I just shared something to my stories a few minutes ago. Let me go and read that. Let me pull that up. Okay. It says that 13 black men put their money together and started the Safe Bus Company in Winston-Salem, North Carolina in 1926. The company would become the largest black-owned transportation company in the world at its height. So we had black businesses.
Oh, absolutely.
And now they don't want to give black people reparations. They want to deny them and turn them around in the courts. And it wasn't just that one woman. It was other people that were going for it too.
Yep. I mean, we had everything. We had our own banks. We had our own schools. We had our own doctor's office. We had our own governments. We had our own everything. All black towns where it's us. And either flooded out or a massacre. Or burn it down. It's either one of those three. Everybody was massacred, burnt down, or flooded.
And look what y'all did to Opal Lee's house. What y'all did to that woman's house. The mother of Juneteenth lost her home because a mob came in and ruined her home.
That's you can't make this up. This is crazy. And they wonder why we stuff happen and we just be like what you can't win for losing. You can't win for losing. Like I said, I see a lot more happening as far as progression and things getting better. I don't see it in my lifetime, and unfortunately I don't see it in my children's lifetime. I would hope it would happen in my grandchildren's lifetime or their children's lifetime. I would hope, because the world is slowly getting there. Like, young kids are getting more into politics now. They're educating themselves, especially on more history now that we're aware they're trying to take it away. Some of the kids wait a minute, what they taking it away? Why, what's in it? Like what they
Canceling
got.
student loan debts too. They want to take that away. Biden canceled student loan debts. They want to take that away.
It's like it's we just have
We can't
to
make
get
this stuff up.
it.
It's real.
It's absolutely asinine. But what can you do? Vote. Vote.
That's our black job, Trump. We hope you're paying attention.
Vote. Because one thing about black people, I don't care what's happening. When we come together, I when we come together, we're unstoppable, and that's what they fear. That's what's feared, 100%. When we come together, baby, I don't care if it's just coming together as people or even financially, because we bring the most dollars to the table. We bring the most. Yes, I said that. I said it had the most dollars. We bring the most dollars to the table. Black folks make it rain in the economy. Even people who live in poverty, they make it rain in this economy. One thing about black folks, if they want something, they gonna get it. Black people spend. We were like, girl, now why you done sat and bought that, knowing your light's about to get cut off, or knowing your car about to get taken, or knowing you know your kids ain't got daycare, you ain't got no food, or you got all this stuff going on. You about to get evicted, you about to lose your place, but you got on some new shoes, you got a new outfit, you got a new purse. You when it got your nails done, you when got your nails or anything, no matter who it is. When we want something, we spend it. If we want it, we're going to get it. That's why the African American community is the biggest community that spends the most. Yep. We have the spending power. We have the most spending power. So again, if we came together as people, not only together with physical bodies in these polls, at these pickets, or whatever the case may be, and then financially, what? Oh, baby.
November 5th, y'all.
Yeah.
November 5th.
When everybody rioted and stopped taking the buses. Every time we stand up for something and we stay 10 toes down in it, every time. But we got
and another thing, you mentioned shoes. Ain't nobody about to buy these shoes with him injured on the side, with his face injured on the side of the shoes. He's coming out with those shoes. And I seen the video on the Young Turks.
Wait, I haven't seen.
I have to send it to you. Trump.
He already had some shoes that was supposedly came out a while ago. Now he get with
another pair of shoes coming out with his face on the side of it. What happened to him? Listen, and then the supporters. What gets me is the supporters, the blind leading the blind. Y'all are wearing band-aids on your ear too. Listen, this is a cult. This is a cult right here.
The mental health is at an all-time decline, baby. Mental health is at an all-time decline. I can't laugh at this. It's like, what?
This man is such an egotistical narcissist. It doesn't make any sense. Now you come out with a second pair of shoes because who wears kicks? The majority of black men rock kicks.
What?
Do you know how much a black person spends on a pair of Jordans? On average, black men.
Don't even remind. They're already for back to school, their birthday, holiday. Just, my God. Like, what?
So that's what Trump is trying to do. He's trying to get you. Smoke and mirrors. Y'all see it? You buy these shoes for me, I'll do something for the black people. We know you're not going to do nothing for us, Trump. You're not going to do nothing for us. And Netta again, no, that's not it, man. That is not it. Craig gonna weigh you out when they return.
I can.
Craig is going to weigh you out.
For it. I can't wait for it.
He done already been in the comments under the Gay Magazine post because it was the first to post. Jaguar was the first to post it, and then Gay Magazine posted it second. Craig was in the comments talking about, now I'm a bully. I said, Craig, behave yourself, they were tearing him up in those comments, and he surely got on that. So he gonna tear you up again when the show comes back.
That is absolutely that's well, you can't make this stuff up. It's crazy. These people get it. It's crazy who we make famous nowadays is or popular. It's that's one pro and con when it comes to social media. With social media, you can do just about everything, but with social media, you can do everything. Some people don't need to have access to some. Who gave her a camera phone? Somebody said, somebody take it away. Just take it away. It's
You could have just stuck to Charles. Your dinner is ready. Your lunch is ready. You could have stuck to that, cooking in the kitchen, talking with your supporters, and doing your appearances. You could have just did that. You didn't have to say nothing about,
got
oh, I'm gonna
money.
vote for Trump.
Got
They tearing you up, and black women were your key supporters. Now you losing supporters, and you could have stuck to arguing with Hillary Sanchez. Yeah, I've seen it, baby. When I tell you, Hillary, who is
what?
this? Why are you calling me? I seen the whole
Hillary,
video. It was like two aunties going back and forth.
man. Well, in Hillary's defense, I did see her and her husband on social media first. That's absolutely true, and it was all the buzz about this older woman, young man, and so on and so forth. And then boom, Netta and Charles popped up. Now I understand Netta and Charles have been doing this for quite some time, but I didn't see it. They wasn't on my For You page. You know, Hillary was. I did see it. I didn't jump on the train, but I did see it. And I saw it everywhere. But Hillary has been letting the clip go. And it's so funny. We gonna see how this goes. But Netta, she got too big for both. I'm making money. You let that money go to your head. You can always tell somebody when you never talks about, I'm making money. I got money. How much money you got? Stop it. Because again, if TikTok go away and say social media just dies, you have no talents. What are you going to do? You may have to get a job. Charles ain't got no. This man just yeah, true. And Netta, you can barely speak. Stuff that don't make sense. You got to list, baby. What talent do you have? Because when you were making your little skits, those wasn't funny. People were literally laughing at you. They were not laughing at the storyline or what was happening because it wasn't funny, baby. I'd be sitting there waiting for the punchline to get there and the video over, and I'm like, did that thing? Where was the funny? You have no talent. You might have some talent in cooking. Go try to be a chef or something. Go apply to Top Chef or something. But I'm sorry, baby. It's not funny. None of that.
Baby, Hillary and Craig, all I'm gonna say is Hillary and Craig gonna eat you up, man. I can't save you, honey. I defended you on desirability and colorism, which still shouldn't be happening to Netta, but
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be interesting. Craig is not gonna let this go because the second one, the BET Awards. If you hadn't seen the BET Awards carpet fiasco, he jumped right on it. He was riding his car. Craig went right on ahead. He said, "Oh, ain't nothing like a black woman with a good curl in her hair." Craig, why are you like this? And I had Craig on the show in the past, but he's not gonna let this die down
at all. For all of it. Wait, I watch wait to watch that. You can watch this Monkey Danique. I'm waiting for him to say something because he just had. I watched his live yesterday. He had Amanda Seales on, and they were talking about Project 2025. But so they have the chance to talk about what's going on with Mr. I cannot wait to watch his live tonight and hopefully he go live tonight and see what he say. I cannot. I can't wait for that.
Listen,
I can't wait.
this is not the time for the foolishness and shenanigans, Netta.
Mm.
Craig is going to get you, and Hillary is still not letting up. I mean, I've seen countless videos of her on you. She has been
On
on you like a bee to honey.
non-stop. Not every time I pull up Hillary or she either on my For You page, she's talking about the same thing. And I get it. Because for one, talking about them is a moneymaker, so get your coin. And two, you are opening up some light to some stuff. People like, what's going on with this? So we appreciate you, Miss Hillary. Because again, Netta, just be quiet, stick to what you know. Stop trying to be more than what you are. Stick to what you know. The rivers and the lakes that you used to, baby. Stick to those. I can't wait
And
to
again,
watch on Zeus with the aunties. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that yet. So I'm waiting to see that. I'm waiting.
and Netta was on there. Netta and Charles was
And
on there
I
with
can't
Tokyo
wait.
Tony.
I need to pull up my Zeus and watch that because I heard they got 8 up alive, and those are 3 people you do not want to sit in front of. So I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch it. It's gonna be fun,
Listen,
hilarious.
this is not the time for the foolishness. And Funky Neva and Amanda touching on Project 2025 is what we need right now.
Yep.
So if you have not, you need to go and get Kerry Washington did a beautiful video breaking this down.
Yeah.
How dangerous this thing was.
Absolutely.
And the video was circulating everywhere.
Yeah.
It was a young lady who attended a university. She was a law grad or a pre-law student, and she did a TikTok video. That video is everywhere.
Okay. I probably seen it. There's a few I seen, but I'm definitely, because I'm still learning. It's so much information. I'm still learning more either, but I'm scared to keep reading. Even though I got to, I'm scared to keep reading because it's like, what else?
It's terrifying.
Going like I ain't even halfway through it, and I'm like, what the?
922 pages, and my colleague Bubs God went on his platform and reviewed the whole thing. I went to the kitchen to go get something to drink. Bubs was still talking about this thing. It's long, and it's terrifying, and it's haunting.
Yeah. And I just got the tip of the iceberg. I ain't even got to the roots yet, and I'm scared. So, woo. Let's just hold on to
So
it.
these blacks out here talking about, oh, we need Trump back in the office. You might want to read that before you consider voting for this man. Bernie Sanders said it eloquently on Stephen Colbert yesterday. He said this man, nobody need to be voting for him because he is trying to have dictatorship.
That's who I was voting for when Bernie was before he dropped out. My vote, even when he was a while back trying to run, I've always been Team Bernie. If y'all don't know who Bernie Sanders is, please do your due diligence. Look up Bernie Sanders and look what he has done for the black community. Bernie Sanders has done so much and continues. That's why I was like, okay, he running. I almost went to put Bernie Sanders on I want to write Bernie Sanders in on my vote, but he wasn't on the docket no more. I was like,
it was Trump and Biden. Those were the two choices for 2020.
I want to write Bernie on that. I had made posts all on my Facebook with sad faces of Bernie. I was like, no, Bernie, why you drop out? Baby, why you leave us like this? No, but he already knew they was gonna give him hell or high water. Oh, they was gonna, because Bernie is too fair. Now I get each president is for themselves, but Bernie is too fair. He's too fair because he don't care what politicians
at all.
He's for the people, and they want that government wasn't going. They not going. That's why he was like, I don't have no dog in this fight. He just bowed out gracefully. But Bernie, please, can you try to come back?
I want him back too, and not just him, but it's a black woman, Nina Turner. Nina Turner is no joke. In Ohio, Nina Turner.
I'm have to look up her. I haven't had.
She is nothing to play with.
Really?
Yeah, she is nothing to play with. She's a black woman. And if he thinks that he's going to get away with all of these thoughts, because you still got cases on you, Trump. You got 34 counts on you. And if you think that attorney general in New York is going to let you fly by, and you got more court cases coming up, and y'all trying to push the court case back, you don't already got one dismissed for your documents because of your judge that you put there
in his pocket.
And go to New York. Go to New York. I can't wait to see, because Letitia James is going to be waiting on you. She's waiting for you. We seen her sitting in the courtroom, and she, when that trial was going on, she was staring right at you like bullseye. I got you.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
Letitia ain't nothing to play with. These black women that are in Congress and that are in high positions are not playing with him.
And I'm happy our voice is starting to actually be heard, because baby, we talking one word now, especially with social media. We're actually able to hear it and see it and be like, because at first, baby, when one ear out the other, we never, that's when we're like, who was that? You didn't even know they was running. No. Social media, that's one of the pluses with social media. You get to learn these people and people in Congress and the laws and the policies. You can educate yourself. Don't sit by and wait for somebody to teach you. Now, if you need to listen to somebody's video, that's fine, but the information is there. The information is there. If you just take the time. Just take the time. And vote, please. Please. Please.
November 5th, y'all.
Please.
A lot is on the line. The stakes are too high. To the other Democrats that are calling for Biden to drop out, it's too much, too little, too late.
Right.
It's too much on the line right now. August will be here. November will be here before you know. They already putting Halloween stuff out in the stores, which is my birthday month.
Around the corner. Even August yet, around the corner. They used to say life was short. When I was younger, life wasn't short. It went by really slowly, and I'm happy for that. But as an adult, I was just celebrating New Year's yesterday. What you mean August is in 2 weeks? What? Like, these days go by so quick. So quick. So please, y'all, don't forget to get in there, vote. Please vote. Please.
November 5th, y'all. We need to be to these polls. If we can go to Beyonce's Renaissance, and I love Queen Bee. I love that. That's my girl. If we can go see Beyonce and show up and show out at her concerts, we need to be showing up and showing out to these polls like that.
But Megan Thee Stallion and Sexy Red and everybody like that, seeing the Booty Hole Brown, get to the voting booth. Sorry about it. It wouldn't let me decline the call. That was really, really funny. But can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. So yeah, get out to the polls, people, please.
We're telling you, because it's a lot on the line, and if you are a woman, you're going to be deeply impacted by them not just taking away that Roe versus Wade, but other things that can affect women in this country as well.
It's going to be a domino.
Medicare, Medicaid.
Yep. It's going to be a domino effect. That's how they get you. They put it in the fine print in the back and midsection of the book. Keep reading. Because it's going to affect, if it don't affect you, it's going to affect somebody you love. If not your children. Please read it and go vote. I beg you, go vote.
I'm telling you. And I'm going to close off today's show with today's final thought, which comes from Audre Lorde. She says this: it is not our differences that divide us.
Yes.
It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. And in these times, as Chappelle just stated, as my girl just stated, we got to come together. Because if we don't fix these next 4 months, we got a dictator in office.
Baby, I'm gonna go get a lot of ammo and make sure I got a lot of water and stuff going on, because all it is gonna hit the fan. All of it, full speed. Because they ain't gonna wait until he's sworn in. It's going, as soon as they hear he won, it's going to start happening. That's how quickly this man, because they still in his pockets. They still in his pockets. So everybody, please vote. I love you. If don't nobody tell you I love you yet, I love you. Y'all take care, take it easy, be safe, come together, and we can win this. We can win it.
Yes, if we defeated him in 2020, we can defeat him again in 2024. We got to
Amen.
do it.
Amen.
And as Bakari Sellers from my state of South Carolina told some of the other Democrats telling him to drop out, shut up and breathe.
Yeah.
Okay? Shut up and breathe. Biden got this. If we continue to rally behind him, next month is the DNC, which starts August 19th to the 22nd.
Okay.
Now, they done had all the foolishness up there. Hulk Hogan with his shirt. Child, it was a circus.
I believe it. I believe it.
You had Hulk Hogan, you had Amber Rose, you had Kid Rock get up and just make a video. It was a circus. Trump falling asleep, and as the gentleman said in the comments, it was prayer. No, baby, that wasn't prayer.
Baby, that's been
I know what it's like to
around.
pray.
I don't know how long. Oh, if you fall asleep, act like you praying. That's been all over TikTok videos and all that stuff. Like, come on.
No. He's 78 years old. It's okay. The man is older. Like he liked to poke fun at Biden being, they both old.
Both.
As Auntie Maxine Waters said. Biden is as old as I am.
Yeah.
Auntie Maxine gathered him on that Essence stage.
And did. And did.
Well, and then she fixed her wig on live television, not thinking it was a mirror. Listen. Maxine Waters.
Oh, I love Auntie Maxine. Yes.
Get out here and vote, y'all. November 5th.
This
is not
please.
a game.
Vote.
Chappelle, where can everyone check you out, girl? It's always a pleasure having you here. We got to do this again, rolling around time close to this election, because it's going to be a lot happening.
I'm here for it. Everybody can find me on all my social medias, are Chappelle Nicole. I do have another TikTok that I just made, the Chappelle Nicole, THEE Chappelle Nicole, because them folks on TikTok over there playing with me, child. But everything is Chappelle Nicole. 1 P, 2 L's, and Nicole with an H. So if you find me here, you can find me anywhere. I'm just a search away. It's bittersweet. You could easily find me.
And again, y'all, if you're not registered, get grandma and grandpa, everybody registered to vote. I was just telling my mom the other day, I said, is grandma registered to vote? Because we got to get her out to vote as well, too.
Vote. Please vote.
Got to get them out. November 5th, y'all, a lot is on the line. In schools, your rights, your freedom, all of that is at stake in this election. They're not playing.
At all.
So they're going for the brass. All right, y'all, and we will see y'all next week. Joining me next week, we have Bo Emerson, so y'all tune in next week. And Chappelle, always a pleasure chatting.
Always. Thank you, Stevie, honey. I appreciate everything.
Welcome.
You're amazing. I can't wait for next time.
Yes, and I'm going to send you those dates for the fall, because it'll be close to around election time. So much going to be happening.
Just say the word.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great weekend, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Take care, everyone.